What's up, Raiders? TristenWulf here, bringing you another Raid Shadow Legends video about the starting unit that you can get from your promo code. Now, when you first start Raid, and if you're thinking about starting Raid, now is the perfect time. So when you start Raid, first thing you want to do is use somebody's promo code. Like mine, you could use my promo code. It's linked in the description of this video. You could also scan that QR code. When you use promo codes like this, you get an advanced start. And the advanced start you get with my promo code is one of the best. You will start the game with the legendary hero Eleneril. Eleneril is a poison and HP burn unit. She is great at killing bosses, wonderful at delivering high damage, somebody you want on your team. And you will also get Rector Drath. Rector Drath is a powerhouse healing hero. She will be able to keep your team alive, so much so that if somebody dies, she can bring them back to life. She also provides a perfect veil, which is a stealth skill that can increase your defenses, so it gives you a bossing hero and a support hero. But you're also going to need somebody who is kind of badass to do some additional damage, and that's where this promo code comes in. You're going to slide over to the promo code section, come up here, and you're going to enter in promo code Supreme6. If you enter in promo code Supreme6, you're going to start with Supreme Galek. Now, there's several promo codes. I'll put them all in the description of this video so you can look them through and see which one you like the best. But I'm going to tell you why you should start with Supreme Galek. Supreme Galek is a machine of murder. This orc, let's see what Raid has to say about Supreme Galek.
"6 years ago, I left, leaving the warrior's path behind. You'd think that a raging orc would be dying to get back into battle. But not this one. Oh, no. I'm fine. This is fine. Totally fine."
Galek, you're needed. Teleria's very existence is at stake.
No, I don't know. You got all these shiny new champions. I got my gardening, my painting.
Galek, it's Loki. He has Zagala.
Oh, you're that legendary forest fae, right?
Yes, it is I, Green.
Yeah, great. Water them once a week.
I'm sorry.
Celebrate Raid's 6th anniversary with a comeback on a legendary scale. Use the promo code to claim Supreme Galek for free.
Heckin' hilarious. So this is Supreme Galek. This battle-ready warrior, he's gone through some hard times. From regular Galek, who just is not the best starting unit. He was okay, but he's kind of the weakest of them. Through Ultimate Galek all the way up to Supreme Galek, and they finally got it right with Supreme Galek. This guy is fan-freaking-tastic. He is not just good early game, but he will carry you into the mid-game like a lot of the other units won't. Supreme Galek is an orc faction unit, and he is a void legendary hero. None of the other starter heroes are void. Supreme Galek being void is great because that means you can take him anywhere. He does not have the elemental weakness disadvantages that a lot of the other heroes have. He literally can be used at anywhere in the game without worrying about the elements. Now let's talk for a minute about what makes Galek so damn good. We're going to start off with his A1 skill. Now his A1 skill is a 2-hitter skill. It attacks an enemy 2 times. Each attack has an extra 10% chance of inflicting a critical hit. And you'll see this verbiage, extra 10% chance to increase critical hit. You'll see this verbiage on all of his skills. What this means is you can build him with 90% crit, and his first hit's going to be 100%. You can build him with 80% crit, and his first hit's going to be 90, and his second hit's going to be a 100% chance. So you only need 90% crit chance on him to have him crit all the time. So it makes him a little easier to build. And if you slide down to 80%, you know, one of his hits might not crit. You're taking that risk, but makes him a little easier to gear since you don't have to focus on crit. I do recommend pushing to 90% though. Each hit has a 40% chance of increasing the duration of any HP burn debuff on the target by 1 turn. So each hit, so he hits twice, so that's 2 40% chances. So that's a very high chance even without books. Now, if you book it, you'll get this up to a 60% chance, which is practically a guarantee. 2 60% chances. I mean, winning a coin toss twice in a row, and that's only 50. So you have a really good chance of increasing the HP burn, and HP burn is one of the most debilitating debuffs to have on an enemy when you're trying to spark damage. Now, it is only a single target, but still, pretty strong A1 skill. And the modifiers on the skill are pretty high. It is a very high damaging skill. So even though it only hits one enemy, it hits it really hard, extends the burns, and is easier to get the crit. Let's move on to his A2 skill. His A2 skill attacks 4 times at random. So it's not AoE. He's going to attack 4 times at random. 1, 2, 3, 4, all over the place. And when he does these 4 attacks, he places a 50% increased attack buff on himself for 3 turns before the attack goes off. So this is going to basically attack buff him, 100% attack buff, 100% uptime on his attack buff. So you're going to attack 4 people, and you're going to do it with an increased attack buff. Once again, each hit has an extra 10% chance of inflicting a critical hit. So the first hit will be, if you're at 90 crit, first crit attacks at 100, and then everything after that is also capped at 100. So again, you can build them with 90% crit. Each hit also has a 75% chance of instantly activating any HP burn debuffs on each target, decreasing the duration of those HP burns by 1 turn. So you're going to activate and detonate those HP burns, which is a stupid amount of damage. Now, he does attack 4 enemies at random. He can wind up attacking the same enemy multiple times, but if he spreads it out, you're going to be detonating HP burns all over the place, doing significant damage. Also, fills this champion's turn meter by 30% if 3 or more HP burn debuffs are activated. So if you got, let's say you got HP burns on everybody, he just has to hit 3 different units, activating their burns, popping it to give himself a 30% CR push, moving him down the line so you can cycle his skills even faster. And this 75% chance of activating it goes up to 100% once he's booked. And it's a 4-turn cooldown down to a 3-turn cooldown once booked. That combined with a 30% chance, a 30% CR push, a 30% turn meter push, makes the skill cycle wicked fast. So if you can keep laying down the HP burns and then you can keep detonating them, oh my god, that's so much damage. Which is good because the modifiers on this skill are kind of garbage. This skill doesn't do a lot of damage. This skill is all about detonating the burns, activating the burns. That's where the damage is at. This is more of a support skill than a DPS skill. It increases attack for other attacks, but this one, you're not going to be very impressed by the damage done by this skill, except when you detonate burns, and that you will be impressed by. Now let's talk about his big skill, his A3 skill, Unreasoning Outburst. Attacks all enemies, so it's a true AoE skill. He will hit everybody. Once again, has that 10% chance of inflicting a critical hit chance, so once again, 90% crit chance is all you need. Has a 75% chance of placing HP burn and buff block for 2 turns, and that goes up to 100% if you book him. And once again, it's a 4-turn skill. It goes to 3-turn cooldown when you book it up, making this skill cycle very, very quickly, especially when we consider how fast his A2 skill. So his skill cycle wicked fast. Now let's talk a little bit about this. Buff block and HP burn on an AoE on a void hero who doesn't have elemental weaknesses. There are not many. Like, I can't think of any right offhand, but there's got to be just fewer than 2 or 3 void heroes who have an AoE buff block on their skill. That is a powerful skill to have on a void hero because you can take it into any iteration of Hydra and be able to get the buff blocks on all of the heads of the Hydra. Not worry about elemental weakness, get all the HP burns on all the Hydras, not worry about elemental weakness, and also places a 30% decreased speed on targets whose turn meter is higher than 50%. So you do want to build your Galek a little bit fast because you want him to go before the enemy team goes so that they are all higher than 50% so you can get that speed down, because buff block combined with speed down, combined with HP burn, combined with detonating HP burns, combined with increasing duration of HP burns, the kit is designed to really handle a lot of bossing teams where you're fighting multiple targets and you need burns on all of them and you need to stop them from being buffed. It's basically written around Hydra, which is probably the most important clan boss to be able to lock down and kill quickly. So Galek is a top tier Hydra boss unit, most important clan boss out there for you and your guild. And he is really, really good in the spider fight. The AoE burns combined with the slows, that's going to let you be able to mulch the spider. And that's where you're going to get your accessories, which are a very important thing to farm. One, because everybody needs them, and two, because they sell for a ton of silver. So having a hero who can really help handle the spider will help alleviate your silver problems, make sure you've got good gearing, and let you push further than most people can push in that fight. One, because he's void. Two, because he's AoE burn, which is the most important thing you can do to spiders. And because he can decrease speed, which is the second most important thing you do to spiders. I'm telling you guys, buff block and decrease speed, those are the two. Well, I don't know. There's also weakness and defense break, but it's two of the four most important debuffs to have, and he's got them all on the same skill, coupled with an HP burn that's AoE. Also, this skill has really good modifiers, so it does very good damage. So, especially when you consider he'll have an attack buff when he does his A2, this does tremendous damage the next time around because you're going to pretty much have permanent uptime on the attack buff. So, this is great for wave content, being able to attack all enemies, being able to attack 4 enemies at random. He's going to be really good at clearing wave content. He's going to be really good at Doom Tower. There's certain bosses in Doom Tower that you've got to maintain HP burn on. There's certain ones you got to maintain buff block on. And being a Void champion means you can take him into any of those. So that makes him very good at Doom Tower, makes him very good at Spider, makes him very good at Clan Boss Hydra, and he's also going to be really good in a lot of wave clearing content from Cursed City to regular adventure. Now, let's talk a little bit about his passive, because we're not done yet with this monster. His passive laughs at danger. Whenever this champion receives fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, sleep, stun, or petrification debuffs, all of the stuff that would potentially control him, all the stuff that people love to use in Arena, the stuff that you get hit with from Mad Hatter, from Loki, all of these units that do these awful things to you, instantly removes it, fully heals this champion, grants him an extra turn. Holy crap. That's another thing that makes him so good in Hydra, is the self-sustain of his ability to heal when these debuffs hit. It makes him really good in Arena because if you're fighting your opponent has to decide, I can't push buttons because if I use this skill, he's going to full heal and take a turn. And then I'm the one getting mulched. So he is a very, very good counter pick into a live arena, and he is very good against the AI, who doesn't know any better than to push buttons. You can use this guy and rely on this passive to ruin your opponent. This is on a 4-turn cooldown, so you can only use it once every 4 turns. That's kind of a long cooldown, but it's a full heal, and because it's an extra turn, it immediately goes to a 3-turn cooldown. It activates at 4 turns, gets the extra turn, he's down to 3 turns, then he's back to CR pushing. It's going to cycle a little faster than you think. Anytime you see extra turn in a skill, deduct 1 from the turn counter, or 1 from the cooldown. So this is technically a 3-turn cooldown skill because of the extra turn. On top of all of that, increases the attack of all allies in battle by 33%. Anything over 30% is huge. So the fact that you get 33% out of them and that it works in all battles is great, because Galek is a hero who can go into so many battles. You can take him a lot of different places. His stats are, they're okay. They're not insane, but they're pretty good. He's got decent HP, pretty good attack. His defense is a little bit low, makes him a little squishy, and 100 speed, his middling speed. You can do things with 100 speed. His crit rate, 15%. Remember, it's technically 25% because he's got that built-in 10% crit. You only need to get him to 90 to be full crit. And you'll want to put some accuracy on him too, because the most important thing about this guy's kit is sticking these debuffs. So he is an accuracy hero, speed and accuracy and defense. He kind of requires a little bit of everything. You want him bulky enough to survive, damagey enough to do damage, and enough accuracy to get things done. So it does take some quality gear on him. Merciless set would be a great set to get on this guy. Being able to have a set that will help cycle the cooldowns on his skills, because his key is in using his A3 and A2 skills as often as possible. So having a Merciless set so you can lower the cooldowns on those skills, get a chance to reset those skills. Chef's kiss choice. So I hope you guys enjoy using Galek. If you picked him as your first hero, I'm excited for you, because I picked Wukong and I love Wukong, don't get me wrong, but if I could go back and do things over again, I'd start out with Supreme Galek. I think he will take you so much further in the game, and he will be able to clear so much content that Wukong just is okay at, but it doesn't have the self-sustain and swinging that Supreme Galek has. And that's all I got to say about this monster orc. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. If you started out with Supreme Galek, let me know in the comments as well how you feel about it. Are you happy with your pick, or do you regret it? What do you like? Where do you like to take this guy? How do you like to build him? I'm sure my viewers would like to hear your opinion on it too. You guys have a great rest of your week, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, everybody.